Hi, my name is Ernest, I'm 31. Welcome to my YouTube and my first video. Actually, I'm quite excited to be on YouTube and start a blog about gardening, landscape architecture and the daily life of a gardener actually. In my first video I wanted to show you or give you a little tour around our estate so that you know what I'll be talking about and what to expect. A little info, the estate is in the south of Styria, Austria, and around 50 acres in size, but only the really surrounding area of the house is a garden. The rest is landscape and nature. Maybe you hear her in the background. I have a little garden helper. She's called Clementine, and she's a French bulldog, and she's always with me when we when we are around the garden. So let's start the tour. As you can see in the background, this is our house, also this little greenhouse, and back there we have the stables. You will see some horses for sure in the next videos. I'll give you a little tour. Yep. So for the first part we are going to see one of my borders. Actually that's one I did some years ago, so it was my first and tryout thing. Here you can see that. And we also have the wisteria. First of all, I want to apologize for my bad English, and also concerning the plants, I don't know every name in English, so I will try hard to give you the English name, but when I don't know, then the Latin or German name will be all you can get, because I don't know everything. From here we are going to see one of the other borders, which we did recently. We call them Chinese borders. Actually they are not, but I think they are a little Asian influenced, with the Aza japonicum here. Asian maple, I think, and also some hostas, and yeah, rhododendron. So I really like it, and also I really like the view behind me, and there you can see the mountains. So that's one part. This is actually the garage, so never mind. And there, that's one of my newest projects, a border. And we are heading to the next part, which is the arboretum and also the woodlands. Maybe something about me. I'm a studied landscape architect, and I always was passionate about gardening. And now I wanted to share this knowledge and everything I learned with you guys, to give you insights, what we can do in the garden, also answer your questions, maybe you've got them, concerning gardening or yeah, crop. Have a look at the view. That's what I like best. So we are here in the woodlands, and in the background we have the arboretum. Arboretum is a collection of trees which are planted for in order to give you an insight how they are growing, how about their size and their color, and that's what we are starting to do here concerning big trees. Maybe you all got tempted to buy big trees. Yes, that's costly, and yes, not always they are thriving. So if you see the trees here in the background, some of them are really tiny, and actually that's one reason we need to buy cheap trees, and also smaller trees actually keep up with the big ones quite easily, and they grow better. So whenever you're tempted to buy a big one, if you don't need it right away because you need the shade or you need the size for the planting, then go for a smaller one. It's not worth it buying a big tree, believe me. So we arrived in the sunken garden, which is behind me here. We'd call it sunken garden as maybe you can see we have a sloping here, then we put a hedge, and then we have another sloping here. So we'd call it sunken garden. It is quite wet, which makes it easy and hard to plant. So as the rhododendron really likes a wet, not wet but moist, surrounding, we thought that would be very good for this area. And also we've got the Taxodium distichum, which is a cypress, kind of a cypress, who really enjoys a wet climate. So hopefully she will be thriving quite well here. Actually, I'm all about the views. Have a look. It's so nice. Actually, this behind me was wood which we cut last year in order to have the views, and my opinion is it was totally worth it. Also, it was not a really nice wood, so it was no problem. Yes, then here behind me you have our hedge. Here's the finger. Our hedge, which is beech hedge, classic. Yeah, she's very small, but will be thriving soon. And we are heading to the kitchen garden. Actually, that's one of my most favorite parts. It took quite a while to develop it and made it from scratch. Also, we do a no-dig system. You may ask, what is a no-dig system? No-dig means that you don't dig your soil. You don't turn it, because recent researchers found that turning the soil completely kills the life in the soil. It kills all the bacteria, it kills the worms and everything, because they are not used to turning. Nature doesn't turn. So seems logic to me, and also crops thrive much better with it. So that's what we did here. Have a look. We arrived at the kitchen garden here. We will enter it. Have a look. It is around, the bedding is around 400 square meters, which is sufficient for a bigger family for harvesting crops. If you ask what that is behind there, yeah, it's wheat. The thing is, we started with some gravel, but unfortunately we took the wrong gravel, as you can see, and now the weeds are coming through. Even though we have like a mat underneath it, doesn't matter. Weeds are nasty little beasts. So what we are gonna do is we will scrap everything off. Here make just a small path, and the rest will be another bedding, so that we have more space for berries, shrubs, maybe a cut flower garden. I'm undecided about it yet. But yeah, the shape of the garden, maybe you can see it. is like a star with a centerpiece. Actually, it's an old Baroque form which we tried out. First, we had a hedging. Everything that is now with wood was a hedge, and it was a Buxus sempervirens hedge. But maybe you know it. There is a little bug that likes to eat Buxus. And as you can see, he ate it all, or they ate it all. So unfortunately we have to eliminate the books and replace it with the wood. I like it though. And here the path will also be filled with new gravel. So actually you guys will be joining me when we do it, and you will see the development of this garden. The garden is at the moment a little unspectacular because it is, except from salad, onions and carrots and stuff, it is too cold for perhaps for example tomatoes or squash. So we will be planting those later on in the year. But for now, that looks good for me. And here we have a little cut flower. You have the Pfingstrose. It's Paeonia in English, I guess. Paeonia lactiflora or grandiflora. Yeah, that's all about our kitchen garden. So now we are heading back to the house. Come! Say hello! Yeah, my little garden helper. Come! We're heading back to the house and stay tuned. As we are on our way back to the main house, I wanted to show you our little orchard. I don't know. My pronunciation is bad, sorry. Actually, it's a collection of fruit trees. Some of them are older, as you can see in the background, and some of them are just recently planted. It is very important for us to produce our own fruit and veggies as good as we can. So you can't just harvest, you also have to plant. That's why we are planting fruit trees every year. We have apricots, we have apples, pears, some other stuff which I don't know in English. But never mind, it's important. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna show you one thing that isn't meant to be shown yet, but I'm excited about it, so I need to show you. It is an unfinished project. It's gonna be our pool. You have the excavation here, and you have there will be a bit. What is she doing? Look at her. She's nuts. Okay, and that will be the pool area with the pool and the sitting area here, which we will start this summer. So hopefully next year we will take a dip in our pool. And yeah, we are going back to the house. She's following. So, one thing, that's another building that needs renovation, I know. One thing that we did recently was this green roof here. We have a cellar underneath for everything we need, storage and everything. And we thought, why not make a green roof? And that's what we did. So there's soil on here, and there was gonna be a nice lawn. So nobody will ever see that there is a roof underneath. And here we are back again at the house with the view to the garage. and I hope you enjoyed the little tour I gave you, and will be very happy if you subscribe to my channel. And I promise I will do videos as often as I can, and also I will do them in German and in English. Not all of them, but it will be a little mix. So stay tuned and please subscribe. Bye guys!